So, you have a lab for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
What lab is it?
It's the penny half-life lab.
It's the penny half-life lab. So, how many pennies are right there?
100.
100, are you sure?
Yes.
What is each of these groupings?
10, 20, 30, 40,
10.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Okay, good. Now put all the pennies carefully into this pot.
Okay.
You both help. Don't spill them on the floor, okay? And what we're going to do is get them all in there, and then we're going to shake them up. So if we're starting with 100 pennies, we're going to shake them up with our hand on top, and then we're just going to spill them out onto the counter again, and we're going to separate them into heads and tails. Got it?
Yeah.
And this is very much like when something decays. When something decays radioactively, it has a half-life. And every time it has a half-life, about half of them decay. So what we're doing now is we're starting with 100 that he's putting in there, that she's putting in there, they're both putting in there. And we're going to do the first half-life, which is going to see how many decay. Okay? And you probably have a rough idea. Okay. So now, Lucy, shake it up. Lucy can do it the first time. Put your hand over the top. Put your hand, cover the top, and shake it up and down. Get it all randomized. Shake it around. Now spill them out here, but don't let them fall on the floor. Oh, on there? That's not what... Okay. Okay. So how many did you have, Lucy?
I have 52.
And how many did you have, Ian?
48.
So write it in. So now, Lucy, put all of those tails back in the pot. Ian, take all those heads off and put them over here. Those are done. Just swipe them off. We want to make sure they're all off the board. And make sure they're way off to the side so they don't get mixed up. Maybe even put them off over here. Okay, all the heads. Here's one more. Okay. Get them off. Okay. And then, Lucy, you're going to shake those up again. We're going to do the same exact thing with the coins that you have left. Okay, now we're doing the second half-life. Go, Lucy, shake them up same way. And spread them out on here. This time, okay, you can spread them up here again. Do it on there again. Okay, same thing. Heads over here, tails there. Help, Ian, please help. So what's your number, Lucy?
23.
Okay, write it there. And what's your number, Ian?
32.
So write it right there. Is it 32? Wait, not quite. 10, 20.
Wait,
It's not quite,
30,
not quite,
9.
no, 29. 29.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
10, 20. Okay, write 29. Okay. Can you make that 9 a little clearer, like so we remember that's a 9?
Line, maybe?
I guess it's hard for you to write there. It's hard for
I
you.
can do it if you want.
No, it's okay. Write the 9 longer, baby. It has to go down.
I can do it.
Baby, it has to go down like that. 9. Okay. All right. Now take the heads off again. Lucy, put the tails back in for the next round. So this is what happens in a half-life. When radioactive material decays, about half of it decays each time. This is the decayed pile that Ian's sliding off, and these are the ones that are still radioactive.
Wait, Dad! There's 7.
Okay, do the same thing again. This is the third half-life. What?
Look, 8, 9, 2, 3. 8, 9, 2.
Okay. So put the heads over here, Ian. Why don't you just count them into 5s, Ian? That seems to work better, okay? You just count them into 5s. I'm getting the heads over here. Are those all the heads?
Yep.
Those are the tails? Okay. Wait until he's done counting this so we can write them all together, okay? So how many do you have, Ian?
11.
So could you write it neatly? And how many do you have, Lucy?
12.
Could you write it? Oh, that's almost the same. No, but no, keep it lined up, Lucy. It's got to be right lined up with that, okay? This is
Just if we took one away, it
okay,
would.
okay. Just write it. Okay, I'll do it. Just write it lined up with that. Write it right there.
Lucy's is just one more than mine.
So that's the third half-life. Okay, now Ian, take those off again, and this goes into the fourth half-life. Get it? See what's happening? So notice how it's not exactly 50-50. Everybody says flipping a coin is 50-50, but is it exactly 50-50? Is it exactly half and half?
No.
Are these numbers the same each time? Those were pretty close. That's the closest we've come. Okay, this is going to be the fourth half-life. Go, Lucy. Shake them. Okay, spread them out. And then, Ian, do you see any heads?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, wait. How many do you have, Lucy?
5.
Okay. And how many do you have, Ian?
Wait. 7.
Okay. 7. Okay. So now take those off, and then Lucy goes into the next round. You see what's happening? See what's happening? Is this fun?
Wait, when there's 0, we stop?
Yes. Good. Good. Well, we'll see. We're down to
What was that?
5. This is the what half-life? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth half-life.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so write your number here, and write your number there. This is going faster, right?
Yeah.
How many did you have, Ian?
2,
And how many did you have, Lucy?
3.
Okay. So 3 go back in. Let's shake it.
Sort of close.
Okay.
I got 2.
And I got 1.
So write it. Write it.
Wait.
This is the, what is this? The first, second, third, fourth, fifth. This is the sixth half-life. Right, Lucy? Write your number.
Oh my god. I think this is
Sixth
the-
half-life.
This
Okay.
is close to the last.
Unless these are both.
Okay, put those in. Let's just keep going. Let's just see. No, Ian, that goes out. Remember? That goes.
Just if all of them are mine, this would be last one.
Yeah, it's the last one.
No, that's still 2. And Ian, how many did you get?
0.
0. And what do you write, Lucy? 2.
Oh, 2,
See?
2.
Write your 0. Write your 0. So now what half-life are we on?
We're on the.
This will be the 8th one, okay? This is, notice that's where the paper, notice that's where the paper stops. So if it goes beyond this, we'll have to go off the paper. So let's see. Flip them up, drop them.
Please.
What?
Yay!
What is it?
Heads.
Okay, so what do you put, Ian?
2.
And Lucy, what do you put?
0.
Okay, so write the numbers.
Dad,
2,
you've got to use
0. So how many half-lives did it take to get rid of all those pennies?
8.
It took 8 half-lives. So that's exactly what the paper has, isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes to 8. So we would have put those numbers would go right here, and then we would graph it. Graphing it is a big part of this lab, and then we're going to analyze the data. This is just like radioactive decay, except for we only had 100 pennies, whereas usually you have billions or quadrillions. Ian, you've ever heard of a sextillion? You have usually sextillions of atoms. Okay, you guys want to say bye-bye?
Bye.
Why don't you also wave to the camera up there? Say this camera.
Bye.
Lean in and look up. Lean in and look up.
Bye. Peace
Bye.
out.
That camera, that camera.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Okay, that was cool.